What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at 3 trades for the LA Lakers to form a big 3 with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. First up, trade scenario number 3, the Detroit Pistons. Los Angeles Lakers receive guard Derrick Rose, guard Rodney McGruder, Detroit's 2024 first round pick, which is lottery protected. And the Detroit Pistons receive forward Kyle Kuzma, guard Alex Caruso, forward Jared Dudley, and the Lakers' 2023 second round pick. Out of all the trade packages the Lakers could offer the Pistons in order to bring D Rose to the Lakers, this one is probably the most extreme in terms of assets being traded. Kuzma just signed a 3-year, $40 million contract extension to remain with the Lakers through the 2023-2024 NBA season, so they would likely do everything they could to keep him, but hypothetically, he can be involved in this trade to bring Rose and McGruder to LA. Rodney McGruder has barely played for the Pistons this season, but he's been a solid role player in his career. In 219 career games, McGruder has averaged 5.8 points, 3.1 rebounds, and has shot 33.6 from three-point range. Having a veteran player like him on the bench with experience being a perimeter-oriented wing could be useful for a team looking to win back-to-back titles. The Lakers would also be getting a first-round pick in 2024 in this trade scenario with the Detroit Pistons, which could be extremely important down the road. While D Rose is not a superstar player anymore, he's still a big name in the NBA and one of the bigger names out on the trade market currently. For years now, Rose has been trying to build himself back into the reliable, high-level player after suffering some gruesome knee injuries over the course of his career. Next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis, Rose could really expand his game even more and become their 3rd or 4th best scoring option on this team. Trade scenario number 2. The Lakers receive guard Bradley Beal and the Wizards receive guard Caldwell Pope, forward Kuzma, guard Dennis Schroeder, Lakers 2022 first round pick, Lakers 2027 and first round pick, lottery protected. The Lakers were to attempt to pull off a blockbuster NBA trade for Bradley Beal, it would likely have to be at least a 3-team trade because of the number of players being traded and the financial situations of both the Wizards and the Lakers. Washington could only take 2 of the 3 players in this trade due to financial restrictions unless they traded away Jerome Robinson, Moritz Wagner, Troy Brown Jr., or a couple of their lesser contracts like Raul Neto, Isaac Bonga, and Agnes Pasenix. Basically, if the Wizards wanted KCP, Kuzma, and Schroeder to remain on the roster, they would have to create some cap space in order to keep them. Otherwise, a 3rd team would have to be involved in the trade, and they would likely acquire Caldwell Pope. Not only was Beal snubbed from the All-Star game last year, but he was also snubbed from making an All-NBA team after a fantastic season. Although the Wizards were not a great team last year, Beal averaged 30.5 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and shot 45.5% from the floor and 35.3% from three-point range. He is exactly the kind of player that would fit in perfectly next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis, not just because of his pure scoring abilities, but because of his willingness to win. If Bradley Beal is to be traded to LA, it would be because he requested a trade, and the only reason he will do that is because of him getting too tired of losing. And now for trade scenario number 1, the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers would receive guard Zach LaVine. Much like the Bradley Beal trade, this trade would likely be a multi-team deal as the Chicago Bulls cannot bring in 2 extra players to the roster without either cutting 2 players or trading 2 of them away first. Financially, the Bulls are sound and can afford to bring in all 3 guys in this trade, but they do not have the same roster room at the moment to do so without moving some players first. Not only is Zach LaVine a high-level, all-star-like talent, but he is a player that the Lakers could trade for and keep for many years to come, far after LeBron James retires. LaVine has been a fantastic player over the years for the Bulls and was a borderline all-star last year. In 60 games last year, LaVine averaged 25.5 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and shot 45% from the floor and 38% from three-point range. Bringing in a player like Zach LaVine to pair with LeBron James and Anthony Davis would almost be unfair and would set the Lakers up for numerous NBA championships over the next few years. There would be no way to stop this Lakers offensively as they would just have too many weapons and high-level scorers. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a fire upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, have a great day.